Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the MMA Genius here. Some of you would disagree, some of you would agree, but personally, I don't give a damn. Let's get right into it, man. Let's just I want to talk about a young fella here. He's very young and he extremely talented, and he's extremely talented. Period. But when you think about this guy's age, he's extremely talented, for his age. What is he, 21, 22, or something like that? I don't know. I know the guy's young as hell, but listen, man, let's just be quite honest about this. This guy can fight, and he's talented, you know what I mean? And he has skills, period. But I want to touch up on an interesting topic. I think he is a bit overrated. You see what I'm saying? And it's not his fault that he's this overrated, just because you MMA fans, you see guys do these highlight reel moves, and you see them do these crazy moves, and you go crazy, so fast you don't even want to give a guy enough time to develop into a full mixed martial artist. You start screaming title, title, let him fight for the title fight. Listen, man, if Jon Jones fights a guy like, let's see here, Machida, I think he'll lose, for the simple fact that Machida has great takedown defense, and his striking is great. He just because he got knocked the fuck out by Shogun doesn't mean that he's any less a fighter than he was before. He just got caught. Even though Shogun is one of my favorite fighters, but I'll admit it when I tell you that Machida was doing a good job before he got knocked out. And let's say Jon Jones is a great fighter. I just think he's still untested. I think everybody he fight doesn't know how to handle his athleticism and his rhythm. There's guys in the UFC that if they match him up with, it would be great problems to him. Like, I think Ryan Bader would pose some great problems to him. A guy like a guy like Rashad Evans, even though they're on the same team. And I hate all that bullshit, these guys getting on the same team and not wanting to fight each other. I just wish that shit would just, if you don't want to fight, just get out of here. Stop making friends if that. I agree. I wouldn't want to fight my friend either, but this is a sport where you don't really want to make, oh, that's my brother right there. Maybe after you're retired and stuff like that, you don't fight anymore. You can become friends with guys that are fighters, but until then, man, just keep all that shit on the back burner, because we want to see fights, We want to see you guys get in the ring and fight. Period. MMA has to put on the best fights. It can't grow if they're not putting on the best fights. So all that friendship shit, I don't agree with it. Another thing I want to touch up on. I want to touch up on the reason why I say that he's not as good as everybody thinks he is. There's a few of you out there who knows he's a great fighter, but he hasn't developed until to the fighter that could he fight for the title right now? Absolutely. Could he win the title? Absolutely. But against a worthy champion, somebody who's a certified champion and not a paper champion, could he beat him? I don't think so. Not everybody who has all the tools. He doesn't beat a Machida. He doesn't beat Rashad Evans. He may beat Shogun. The reason why I say is because it's wrestling, and Shogun always, he's always getting taken down. But I do believe the Shogun will be victorious in that, because to me his striking is far more superior, and he has great submissions. And I think that he would be able to catch Jon Jones in some type of submission, because I took a close look at this guy's submission defense, and it's not all that great. It's just that he was able to catch Brandon Vera with that vicious elbow and make him get the hell out of the fight. Make him, TKO him basically. He got caught. But I think if he was dealing with a guy with a great ground game, he put himself in a lot of vulnerable vulnerable places to be submitted. I don't want to take anything away from this guy. He's great. He's young and he has a lot to go. But I think he's right, in the mix for the title. But I think there's a lot of things he has not developed yet. As far as striking, his striking is not all that good to me. I looked at his hands, and if you look at his hands, he wanted no part of Brandon Vera when it came to the Muay Thai. He fights smart, but come on, man. What you gonna do when you fight a guy who has just as good as wrestling as you do? You know, if you look at the Matt Hamill fight, Matt Hamill isn't just a great striker, but he is a powerful guy. But if you ask me, Matt Hamill was getting the better in the exchanges. But it wasn't until John Jones he was doing good in the exchanges, you know, in the stand up. But it wasn't until he got the takedown to where he very much beat the shit out of Matt Hamill, and I do mean beat the shit out of him. And he did a good job in the ground game, but Matt Hamill was not expecting that at all. But still though, I think John Jones is a better fighter than Matt Hamill, but Matt Hamill, his striking just looked a little bit better that day. And when John Jones was fighting Stephan Bonner, there was some times in the fight where Stephan Bonner, his stand up it looked like he was doing pretty good in the stand up, even though he got dismantled, because the takedowns were just so vicious, and those elbows, those spinning elbows, you know what I'm saying? But then he didn't finish Bonner, he went to a decision, but he did beat the hell out of Bonner. But at the same time, I just think that this guy is being kind of forced until he's getting, just John Jones this, John Jones that. If John Jones were to fight Anderson Silva, how do I think he would do against Anderson Silva? I think he would do fairly well, being the fact that Anderson Silva, his takedown defense sucks, period. But Anderson Silva, just 1 second, guys. Anderson Silva takedown is not all that good. His striking is second to none. He's the best striker in MMA, in my opinion. And I think John Jones has no chance when it comes to the striking area in Anderson Silva. He would get annihilated. Don't get me wrong, I think he probably would be able to pull off some tricky spinning elbows, but Anderson Silva is pretty damn swift himself. He's pretty damn tricky. And who knows, maybe Anderson could even possibly submit him, but I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just certain guys I think he doesn't match up against well. I would like to see John Jones versus Ryan Bader in order, who to see who's going to fight for the title, or something like that. Because I think Ryan Bader, even though he only has that strong, hard overhand right, Ryan Bader is a good fighter. He is great wrestling, and he hits a very, very hard. You know what I mean? And I just think that the reason why Ryan Bader doesn't get a lot of props is because, then again, him too, his ground game doesn't seem to be all that good, and he seems to only have one striking hand, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, I think John Jones, when he develops into a full-fledged martial artist, submissions, he has submitted, people before, you know what I'm saying? But when he gets down, his striking, he's going to be a beast. When this guy really learns how to do great combinations, 1-2s, in and out of the pocket, and just in and out, I would just like to see him develop, better striking. Even though he does have some good striking, I'm not trying to take it away from him. He has great spinning elbow, like I said, and he has that, that great, that forward kick, the straight kick, like he's going to kick you in the face, but. And I haven't really seen, any great striking from him, or just a great, great grappling. And that's going to take time. But like I say, overall, I think when he develops that, he will be maybe unstoppable. So that's my thought on John Jones. And you guys, please rate and subscribe. I may make a part 2 to this video, so keep a lookout. He's gonna be in trouble. I think if he fights this one. What do you think the reason you've seen now is his chin? I think he has a questionable chin. That's the only thing. If Cain Velasquez had a chin like Fedor, or a chin possibly even like Rampage, Brock Lesnar.